Hi, welcome to the Spiritual Abundance Creator Podcast, where we deep dive into all things woo-woo, spiritual, energy healing, and the likes. And this podcast is mainly for, well, it's mainly for anybody actually, but it's for empaths, light workers, healers, people who are shining the light out to the world and just having a platform for them. So please, please, please welcome Siddhi Priya. Probably got that wrong, but she'll correct me when we speak to her, who loves helping people heal themselves on an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual level, using, which I absolutely love because being a meditation teacher, I know the benefits of it. She uses meditation specifically, but also she uses different healing modalities. And I'll let her tell you all about that. So hi, Siddha, how you doing? Lovely. Did I get your
Hi.
name right? Did I get it right?
Yes, thank you so much, Ann, for that introduction. And yes, it is raining here in India right now. And I'm considering it as a very good positive sign for this podcast because I consider rain to be a good luck sign for myself.
Good,
So
good. And you've been in India, that would be because it's a rare thing in India, isn't it? The rain. So tell me a wee bit about yourself, Siddhi, please.
yeah. So my full name is Siddhi Priya. Yeah, correct. So it is totally okay. I mean, people do get my name wrong like a lot of times, so not a biggie. And I started my spiritual journey back in 2016, and since then I've been meditating and discovering my psychic powers and about myself. And currently I'm working in a corporate job, as well as I am a healer, a spiritual healer, a psychic medium. I do take meditation sessions and life coaching sessions as well, and combining the tools of inner child healing, hypnotherapy, CBT. I try to formulate structure around how can you heal your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual health problems. So whatever I have acquired through my meditation practice, through the courses that I have done, I've created like a comprehensive mix for people, which is very personalized to each soul. And given who comes and with what kind of problem that person comes, I try to create a customized solution for each. So that is how I am working currently.
Brilliant, brilliant. So you're using quite a lot of intuition alongside that. Then, if you're going into meditation and having a meditation practice. So tell me, how did your meditation? Because that's why I went into meditation, was to heal myself. So how did you find meditation healing your traumas?
So meditation, actually, I started when I was a college student, and being a college student, we don't have much income to spend on like expensive therapies, right? And I had no choice. I mean, I knew that I grew up in a family wherein alcohol, drugs, and cigarettes and all those were like frowned upon and not really looked in the good light. So that was something that generally teenagers resort to. I mean, if nothing else works and if they're going through chronic anxiety, pain, depression. But for me, even that was not an option. For me, therapy was not an option. So however, luckily I got a therapist in the college. She would give me counseling because she was paid from college, so I didn't have to pay her anything. But that didn't work for me that much because I was an overthinker. And after literally trying everything that she had suggested me to, last day she goes like, hey, just meditate. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna meditate then. And that's how I started meditating. And the form of meditation that I came through was called Vipassana. And Vipassana has different stages to it. What I do is called Anapanasati form of meditation, in which you just observe your breath. And in the process of observing your breath, you go in the zone of nothingness. And that's how I started my journey. And I healed my traumas one by one: emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, health issues. Whatever I had, I solved all of it with the simple meditation practice.
Good, because you're going back to who you really are, your spirit, your soul, and when I started meditation, oh, many years ago, I was very lucky because I was able to get into visualizations and meditation, with the breath, and it just took me to different levels of consciousness, we'll say, you know, because that's how I see it. And quite a few times I felt like I touched the hand of God. You know, that feeling, you just can't explain it. And if you're into meditation, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And people who are out there who meditate regularly will know exactly what I'm talking about. So what is your vision, and how do you explained there a wee bit about how you did meditate? Is there anything else that you would say about meditation and how to do it? And what's your vision for the future with it?
Yeah, sure. So meditation, I think for beginners out there, I would suggest you to go and do guided form of meditation. So there are a couple of apps that you can find, a lot of YouTube videos that you can find. I personally tried this app called Insight Timer when I had initially started off, because they offer like a lot of meditation audios that you can refer to. So Vipassana is something that I would really prefer myself, because it's there are different ways of doing meditation, chanting meditation, meditation. I mean, so many different forms of meditations are there, but I have tried so many. But what resonates with me the most is Vipassana, because Vipassana is just being, just being with your thoughts. Things will come, sensations will come, vibrations will come, and being with it. And that is what is very important. If you're chanting and doing meditation, it's still that you are focusing on something else, not yourself. I mean, yeah, you do go in that zone of nothingness for a bit, but then you are not really seeing who you are. I mean, where you are at, what is your vibration, what are your thought patterns, whatever you're going through. But when you do this Vipassana form of meditation, how do you do that is just you sit very comfortably in a relaxed posture, and clasp your hand like this, keep it on your lap, remove your spectacles, close your eyes, dim the light of your rooms, be very, very comfortable. Comfort is the key for successful meditation practice. And if possible, play some soothing music on the YouTube or any music app, and just close your eyes and just focus on your breath. Just observe your breath as it comes in and goes out, as it comes in and goes out. Just be a guard to your breath. You can focus your attention on your nostrils, or you can focus your attention on the breathing pattern, or you can focus your attention on your space between the in breath and out breath. So just try to be with the breath entire time. Even if you can be with your breath for 5 minutes to start with, it's good. Initially, yes, you will get a lot of thoughts. Don't expect yourself to be thoughtless from day one, from first second, because it takes time to reach that stage. Meditation is like learning any new skill. So if you are learning driving, or if you're learning swimming, or if you're learning any other language, it will take its time. You will need to proceed step by step. First, you will learn alphabets. Then you will learn smaller words, and then grammar, so many things. And then you start speaking a language. You don't start speaking a language from day one. Similarly, with meditation, it takes time. You have to keep doing it. You have to be very consistent with the practice, and then automatically you will be able to go to that thoughtless zone. But it always starts with a lot of thoughts, so much so that you will feel like, why did I even do it? I was fine without doing it. But then it look for the long term benefit of it. I mean, yeah, initially it's gonna be like that, but then look for the long term benefit. It's gonna be like healing, miraculous for you. And because we are talking about this, I'm gonna tell you in which ways has meditation helped me. So in physical health issues, I had migraine. I healed migraine solely based on meditation. I had overthinking, chronic anxiety problems. No medications, nothing I took. All I did was meditate, and it healed that issue of mine as well. I had some issues related to my stomach area, belly area, of like acidity and like constipation and stuff, improper bowel movement, but it all healed with simple meditation practice. How do you do that? I mean, fine, it is one thing to meditate, but how do you integrate this practice and heal these core issues is what you would be wondering now. So how do you do that is you focus on that area, whichever is hurting. So let's say that if your head is paining, you just sit, close your eyes, and just observe that pain without any judgment. Just observe the texture of that pain, observe the pattern of that pain, observe the vibration of that pain, and just observe as much as you can, and you will see that it is melting away. As you're observing it without any judgment, it's just melting away. And again, there are a lot of guided audios out there that also help you uh, do that, I mean, release the pain, all of your bodily pains. And when you do that, it heals it from the root. And similarly, if you have any problem, I mean, I had some 102 degree Fahrenheit fever once. Doctor had declared that it's gonna be a case of severe illness. But then I came back home, I meditated for 1 hour, just connecting with your body in meditation. I mean, just talking to your body that, hey, body, where did I go wrong? What did I do? Just connecting with that body, trying to get what body is trying to tell you. Body was like, hey, you have really overworked yourself. You should not have overworked yourself. All right, body, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And then the moment, I realized that the pain just went away. I mean, fever it never even returned. I don't remember having fever ever since that day. So it's how you can integrate your meditation practice in day to day is also what matters. And the last thing about how you can integrate this practice on day to day basis, because I hear like a lot of people saying that I have meditated, but I don't see any results. It is more like reading a book and not applying the knowledge which is in the book. So then reading the book is equivalent to maybe not reading that book if you're not applying that knowledge. Similarly, if you're meditating, you know that waves come in the form of thoughts. But what do? In the moment of that wave, you focus back on your breath. You come back, you return back to your breath. You return back to that which is the real moment, which is now. Breath is now. Every breath is this moment, this very moment, which is this moment. So similarly, when you are surrounded with like a lot of problems, when your brain is shooting you with a lot of thoughts, you have to remember, come back to the present moment, do whatever you are doing right now, and then it will help you recenter yourself in the present moment, not getting caught up with those thoughts, because you will know that those thoughts are not you. You are not your thoughts. You will know that.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because I used to take a lot of meditation classes. I mean, I used to teach meditation to a lot of people. And I used to get a lot of beginners. I'd have a full class. Sometimes you couldn't even move in the class. And what I found was that sometimes beginners, they needed to do it 3 or 4 times before they actually got that connection. Sometimes they really, some people would be sitting there and thinking, what is this all about? What is, and everybody else would be, they'd be in the zone, and you would just say to them, just stay with it. Just stay with it. It's like a muscle, it's you've got to work at it, and really, and they would, 9 times out of 10, they would get a connection. So if there's any big listeners who are beginners in meditation, who just don't know anything about meditation, just stay with it, because it really does, it's worth it. It really is worth it, and it's worth the benefits of it are far outweigh just going back in and doing it. And you will, when you first start, if you don't get the connection, first of all, the monkey mind, as I call it, will come in, and when am I doing my washing? What have I got to go for the shopping? And he did this, she did that. All that stuff comes in, but you just allow it. You don't judge it. Just when you see that awareness, when you realize, oh yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here. You just totally bring yourself back to that breath. You just bring it right back, and then start again. It's as simple as that. So tell me. What did you learn from your meditation experience?
I learned how to, there are always waves, it's not that problem doesn't come, but then you know how to deal with them. It's like you are going on a battlefield, but you are the expert. You know how to learn how to fight your battles.
Yeah.
But if you don't meditate, you don't have any weapon at your disposal to go and actually fight that war. But I always carry that weapon with me, which is, okay, cool, it happened. All right, fine. No need to worry. Yeah. Just let me focus on the present moment. Let me be above this, and let me look at the situation very objectively, from a point of view of unbiasedness, from the point of view of objectivity, and removing the filters and lenses that the thoughts give you, the belief systems and all, and looking at it from the broader perspective will always help you with moving ahead, and just simplifying the complex problems that happens day-to-day basis.
And what would you suggest that people, how often should they meditate? You know, what do you suggest? How often? I know what I think, but it's interesting to know what you think. You know, how often people should meditate.
Um, I think once a day at least they should, because meditation for me is as important as taking baths, sleeping, eating food. I mean, it is a basic need. And if you try to integrate in your day-to-day activity, it's gonna be like really very beneficial. If you have a hectic work life, I would suggest you taking break, maybe like every 2 hours for 5-10 minutes, and just doing a 5-10 minutes guided session would also help you sort of relax your mind, and then increase the productivity at your work, in your personal life, and every time. I mean, I have so many people attending my meditation sessions. They do it when they are returning to home from work, so that distance is like maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour. So they would just put in the earplugs and they would start doing meditation. So I think you can integrate it, like it's literally like reading book. Whenever you get a chance, you take that book, you start reading. Similarly with meditation, if you're in a metro waiting for your stop, when you're in bus waiting for your stop, just put in the earplugs, start meditating. It is okay. I mean, right? I mean, you can, sometimes it is not possible to close your eyes. It is okay. I mean, just go with the flow. Sometimes you just need to just be there with yourself, relaxing. That's about it. So
Yeah.
I don't but at least once a day definitely you should do. And if you talk to me about duration, then you can start with anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes if you're a beginner. And if you are already doing it for like 5 to 15 minutes, you can slowly and slowly increase it to maybe by 5 10 minutes, up till whatever you can, whatever your capacity allows you. But generally, I see that people do it around 40 minutes. Generally, they are okay with that.
I tend to because I go walking every day in nature, and it's a hike. It's not just a walk; it's a hike I do. And I have spots around my hike that I just meditate, and it's more the spiritual guidance that I do as well, because I think when you've been meditating for a number of years, it's very easy for you to go into that zone, isn't it? It's just a lot easier. And people get that with practice. You really do get that with practice, and I'm very connected spiritually, so which is in really is a powerful practice for me to do. And sometimes even I forget. Sometimes I can get really busy and forget and wonder, God, I'm a bit stressed today, which is rare, but sometimes I do. And then realize, oh, I haven't done any meditation today, So it's bringing yourself back. And it's really going into that heart center. I always think people forget that center is where it all starts, I believe, anyway. The heart center is, and all you've got to do sometimes is just drop your awareness into your heart center and just breathe.
Yeah,
That's it. As simple as that. That's all you have to do. And just, as you say, for 10-15 minutes, So
that's it.
start
Exactly.
it.
I mean, definitely. Very true. I mean, you don't have to, as I say, that you don't have to be in a particular posture. Like, you don't have to
Huh?
in a particular position to meditate. I mean, that is the biggest myth, especially what I see in India. People think that it is like doing yoga, that you have to be on an
Yeah,
empty stomach for 3 hours, and then you have to take this particular posture. Then you have to do it like every day at this particular, from this time to this time. So this all demotivates them from actually meditating. But it's not true. I mean, you can meditate. I mean, it just, if eating, simple eating is also, can also be like a meditation. When I eat, I am always aware of the food that I'm chewing, and
mm,
if I'm making a proper paste out of food, or if I'm gulping the bigger parts of the food. So it's also a meditation, because you're 100% aware in the present moment in what you are doing.
yeah.
So I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, there could be
Even,
different ways.
even walking, I've seen me walking and I've not got much time, and I'll actually do meditation walking because I'm in the middle of the forest. I've got waterfalls about me. It's a beautiful location in Scotland, and there's nobody about. So sometimes I'll even walk with my eyes just slightly closed, because I don't need to meditate. Like you're saying, you don't need to close your eyes. You just need to go into that peripheral vision. I believe anyway, and nobody knows you're doing that. You could do it on the bus, the train, wherever you are, just even that journey home, that can be sometimes stressful. Change of perspective. change of perspective of it, and really be a dude. I love meditation. I love meditation as a subject. I could talk all day with you about meditation, you know. So tell me how, and obviously it's not just meditation that Siddhi does, you know, she's hypnotherapy, she does inner child healing, she also does angelic healing. I think she's very good at angelic healing because I've tuned into that, and light language channeling, and also psychic mediumship. So it's not just meditation that Siddhi does, you know. So how can people really get in touch with you then, if they feel they would like to to work with you in some way?
Yeah, so there are a couple of ways that you can get in touch with me. Instagram is where I'm most active. So the channel is called With Love Siddhi. I'm sure Anne would be posting the link
Yes.
after the podcast, so you can actually look into it. And I am there on WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. So anywhere, wherever you want to reach me, just reach me. If you
Yes.
want to reach to me via your meditation, do that as well.
Yes.
A lot of times I've seen that, you know, people just, they say that, okay, I meditated today, I thought about you and you called me. I'm like, okay, that has happened with me a lot, so just meditate upon it. Maybe I'll reach you
That's how
some way
we
or the
met, isn't it? It's how we met, you know. You did a meditation and then you had a message from me. So it's wonderful how it works, isn't it? It really is. So
other.
thank you. Is there anything you would like to ask me, Siddhi?
I would love to answer that question you had asked me previously about my vision, which I failed to answer then.
Okay,
So
on your go.
yeah, I would just answer that. So my vision is to make the entire world meditate at once. I mean, I just see the entire world meditating at one time, and which for me is currently it's 8 billion that I'm targeting. But I'm sure, like, with time progressing, there would be population could increase. But as of now, the goal is to make the entire world, which is of 8 billion population, meditate by 2027. So that is what my vision is. And if you are listening to me today, please meditate, help me achieve this vision, because that is where my calling lies. That is what my passion is.
Yeah.
Connect with me, let me guide you through the journey. It's totally free of cost, and I would love to assist you in whichever way possible in your meditation journey.
Brilliant. What a vision, though. What a vision. You know, that's an amazing vision. And I think when we have those goals and we really, you know, have such a belief in them, we attain them. You know, I'm all about helping people get those goals. So yes, it's a beautiful vision. How so beautiful. So thank you, Siddhi. Thank you for being a Spiritual Abundance Creator podcast. And if anybody else is listening to this and would really like to shine their light in and show the world, you know, the people who are listening here, about, you know, yourself, how you really shine your light out to the world, please get in touch with me. Ann Varney at outlook.com. Speak to you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Namaste, everyone. Bye.